Would you say there wasn't a lot of drama in this relationship?
Oh, no, I don't think there was drama.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I mean...
That's why I'm asking as far as what the friends are saying in regards to this, the problems that they're saying you were having with Sherry. I mean, it seems like the relationship is just going on an even plane.
That just, I don't have a recollection of that at all.
No?
No.
And, because from what you're telling me is when you guys met at the hospital, I mean, you guys talked, but it wasn't, from what you recall, confrontational?
I don't think so.
From either side?
No. I mean, I'm trying to, turn my memory back, and I'm trying, I can't even picture the conversation. I mean, I can't even picture the conversation.
Well, let me ask you, I mean, at the hospital, it never got to the point where people were going, hey, everybody go to your own corner type of thing?
I don't think so.
Nothing like that?
I don't think so. I mean, I really don't. I mean, if you say people said that, that's not ringing a bell to me at all. I mean, it's not. I mean, that's not ringing a bell to me at all.
Was there ever a time when you and Sherry were talking and John had to maybe go like, hey, you guys relax, or anything like that?
I think so.
That's great. All right, Greg, what do you got?
Well, the first thing to remind you of is this is an investigator. We have to lie with a straight face. And there's some of that coming out here. You can see it when she does the shock face. She's not shocked that they're bringing up this question, but she's done this enough times in an interrogation room that she clearly can do the shock face. When she's taking in information about the threat, watch her eyes narrow when they're talking about the situation and her blink rate go up. Then she does the dismissal face again just before that shock comes up. Then she says, distance, distance, distance. If you say people said, this is not ringing a bell. All in response to, do you remember this? Did it go this way? And then they bring up, was it an altercation where people were trying to separate the two of you? Now, if you're a police officer, she was a young police officer at this point. She was a uniformed officer, not an investigator. And you get in that kind of trouble, you're going to have a problem as a result of it. So you'll remember I almost got in trouble there, no matter how hot-headed you are, because you can lose your badge, you can get in all kinds of trouble. I mean, think about where that goes. And then as she gets to the end, she's got some real concern in her face. She turtles, but she doesn't just turtle, her chin drops. That's the thing you're talking about, Chase, where they do that when they're recoiling from fear because they're protecting their throat. You'll talk about muscles and all that, but the piece that they do. And then Scott, I'll use your words, she does fading facts.
I think so.
Her words just drift off to nothing. Chase, what do you got?
Yeah, police who are suspects use lack of recall as a very common defense. So this is a very common thing when an interrogator or an investigator becomes a suspect. So I don't have any recollection of that at all. That's a common trope. And I can tell you that's one of the hardest things for an interrogator to overcome. Problems with memory is very hard for people like us to deal with. More of this over the top, as Mark would say, Olympic level facial expression exaggeration and body movement. But I think it's interesting that there's a pattern now of explaining precisely why she's able to recall certain things with clarity. Anything with clarity that she can remember, she has to give you an exact reason why she remembers that. So if we're going on the behavior table of elements, we have 3 ambiguity statements, 5 non-answer statements, and we'll throw in a score of 4 for Scott's fading facts with a total score of 33. And Scott, I'll pass it to you.
To me?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
You're the only one here called Scott.
Okay, I didn't hear the Scott part.
Oh, okay.
That's what it was. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Ricky Gervais is, for me, the best person to act like they're lying. He does this classic thing where he'll find something, he'll start doing his hand on it, and he'll do this. He's really slowly, his mouth goes. And we're seeing her do that. Children do that. And he does it because he's copying a child. He's seen that 1,000 times. We're seeing her do that. We're seeing this act go on and on and on. Her voice at the very beginning, really, really high.
Oh, no, I don't think there was drama.
Come on, man. That shows the stress in that is clamping her throat a little bit and making her voice go higher. She's fighting all the accusations at this point. Her adding information is slowing down a little bit. She's pretty much still in defense mode here. So she's not putting anything in there. She's just sort of warding the other things off. because that's all she can really do. And she still doesn't know what they have yet. She still doesn't know what that ace card is yet when it comes to her. And she's still trying to gather information for the structure of her story, because she's got everything put in there, and still, as she goes back to protect these, she's trying to think now. And this is a horrible way of doing it, because you're throwing all your stuff on the ground and trying to arrange it, and then saying, okay, start shooting. And she tries to run to each one like a tennis player when they hit the ball to try to protect each one of those spots. It's not working for her. Then at the end, of course, fading facts as she gets quieter, because she's afraid at this point. She doesn't know what they've got. I think she knows she's had it. She's pretty much done. All right, Mark, what do you got?
Yeah, just one thing on this, which I really love, which is she's doing what I would call an illustrator of a metaphor. So I'm kind of a metaphorical illustrator. By illustrator, I mean she's literally drawing a picture for us, but she's drawing a picture of an idea of how the brain works. And the picture she's trying to create for us is it's a cogged machine. It's kind of a clockwork kind of thing. And therefore, and it's not quite working. You know, my brain isn't quite working. It's a difficult Victorian clockwork machine, and so hard to manage. And so, and the reason she wants to do that is because she wants the interrogators to go, oh, you know, that's right. The brain is really hard to manage, isn't it? Yeah. We totally get the situation you're in. All right, lads, call it off. No, she's got clockwork brain. That's the problem. So yeah, go. There must be somebody else did it somewhere else. Everybody. Yeah, she's got clockwork brain. And that's why she does it twice, because she's getting nothing back. Clearly, they don't give her any eyebrow raises of, oh, yeah, clockwork brain. Yeah. There's none of that goes on at all. And that's why she has to do it twice. Anyway, lovely to see that little idea playing out there. Illustrative kind of metaphor gesture going on.
If she had Trump's skin, she would be clockwork orange.
She would be clockwork orange, yes.
That was a good one.
Would you say there wasn't a lot of drama in this relationship?
Oh, no, I don't think there was drama.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I mean...
That's why I'm asking, as far as what the friends are saying in regards to this, you know, the problems that they're saying you were having with Sherry. I mean, it seems like the relationship is just going on an even plane.
That just... I don't have the recollection of that at all.
No?
No.
And because from what you're telling me is when you guys met at the hospital, I mean, you guys talked, but it wasn't, from what you recall, confrontational?
I don't think so.
From either side?
No. I mean, I'm trying to, turn my memory back, and I'm trying, I can't even picture the conversation. I mean, I can't even picture the conversation.
Well, let me ask you, I mean, at the hospital, it never got to the point where people are going, hey, everybody go to your own corner type of thing?
I don't think so.
Nothing like that?
I don't think so. I mean, I really don't. I mean, if you say people said that, that's not ringing a bell to me at all. I mean, it's not. I mean, that's not ringing a bell to me at all.
Was there ever a time when you and Sherry were talking and John had to maybe go like, hey, you guys relax, or anything like that?
I think so.
If you like this video, get the full body language breakdown and analysis on our main channel by clicking this video right here.